Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Table Flippers Podcast, Ministry of Greater Works Christian Church, right here in beautiful Lancaster, California. I am your host, Robert Enos. Here I will discuss theology, doctrine, politics, social and cultural issues, pretty much anything I feel like talking about. But basically, I flip tables. Please remember to download each episode. That's very important. Download each episode. Hold on tight. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay. This podcast is coming from the Carnival Panorama. We're on a cruise. And yes, I even take my work with me, ladies and gentlemen, because I am dedicated to you, my fans. Well, my friends. Well, okay, my family. I think my wife's the only one listening. So anyways, that's okay. That's all right, honey. Thank you. But we're here on the Panorama, Carnival Panorama, on a cruise ship out in Mexican waters. We were just off the coast of Cabo earlier today, so that was fun seeing that. Great weather. Fantastic trip so far. And sitting right here next to me, so hello, Eliza.
Hi, everyone.
This is Eliza Ramos. Now, her and her family are members of our church, fantastic people all the way around. And I wanted to bring Eliza on here because on our last podcast with Melissa Chavez, she spoke about the things she's doing, how she's making it in this world. She's not taking free handouts and things of that nature. And Eliza is another one, like Melissa, who's just out there making things happen. And I want her to share her story. And actually, we spoke about what we were going to talk about, literally walking from the 11th deck to now where we're sitting on the 10th deck. And it only took us, 6-7 minutes tops to even get here?
Yep.
So this is really off the cuff. We haven't rehearsed this other than just sitting here. Hey, I'm going to say this, and then you say whatever you want. That's it. So I have no idea what she's going to say. So, again, this is Eliza Ramos. And Eliza, out of your own words, I want everybody to hear it from you. Tell them what, introduce yourself again, but also tell them what you do for a living.
So my name is Alyssa. I am 26 years old, and I am an emergency room nurse. I've been doing that for a little bit over a year, and I've been going to Robert's Church for about a little over 10 years, since I was about 15. So yeah, now I'm about to start my journey as a travel nurse, and I'll be going to Boston, Massachusetts in little less than a month.
Now, you see, she did something. I was going to ask her her age, even though I'm not supposed to. But I was going to ask her age just to make a point. Because, again, we live in this world right now where it seems like young people. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. And I always tell people that come on to my podcast, you're going to be the nicest person on the podcast. And Eliza's certainly going to be the nicest person because she's going to tell you the truth. She's not just going to hit you in between the eyes with a 2x4 like I will. But unfortunately, and I'm not saying this is true for every young person, but I see our young people without hope. Quite frankly, many of them just so lazy, expecting the government or somebody else to take care of them, claiming that they're not going to be able to make it in this world, wanting, what they call a living wage just to flip burgers and things of that. Free schooling, free health care, free this, free that, free everything that they don't want to work for. Then I see people like Melissa, now Eliza, doing spectacular things, proving to all the young people that are whining, that saying they can't make it in this world, proving that with a little bit of hard work, a little bit of focus and discipline, they most certainly can make it in this world. She's doing spectacular things. So once again, so you're a nurse now. You've been doing that just a little over a year.
Yes, correct.
How long did it take you to go to school? And just explain that a little bit. A
little bit over 5 years, I want to say. My actual nursing program took 4 years, and I went out of state for that. But prior to that, I did go to Bible college for 2 years after high school. I did 1 year of community college, and then I just decided, you know what, I don't want to linger here in community college. I want to get through my program quick and easy, even though I know it's going to cost me something the Lord did open up doors for me financially once I did make that decision. And God opened up the doors for me, and I went to a 4-year university, got my bachelor's in nursing there. And then right after that, I took my test and started working that same year.
Excellent. And it was Oral Roberts?
Yes, Oral Roberts University. That's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I lived there on campus, and I would just come home every now and then for breaks.
Excellent. But the point is, you made it happen.
Yes.
And I like what you just said. You didn't want to like just kind of, I'm putting words in your mouth in a way, but become stagnant by just staying local, staying in community college.
Exactly.
And you knew you had to do something to put a little fire under your feet, so to speak, and you made it happen.
Exactly. And even to get into the 4-year university, I'm a horrible test taker. I get really just anxious about it, and I struggled in high school. I just kind of gave up with my grades, but then I found Christ, and like just this renewed hope came alive in me. So in order to get into the nursing program, you have to take several tests to get in, and you have to meet certain scores. Long story short, first year at ORU, I still had to pass a certain test, and I just had to keep retaking it. So it's called your SAT. You need that for college. But I was able to start like a year in. So anyways, I came back home. I had to keep retaking it probably like over 5 times. Wow. And mind you, I have to pay for it. But I didn't give up. I kept studying. I found study books. I had one more test date to make it, and the test date ended up being there was no more available in Los Angeles County. I had to go to Las Vegas. So I actually made a trip out there, and if I didn't pass this one test there in Vegas, mind you, I had to make a 5-hour drive just to get there, then I was going to miss like a whole year and be a year behind. But I just went with faith. I studied. I did my part. And I ended up passing that last chance that I had. So I made it happen.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
But you said something. You didn't give up.
Yes.
And that's, you had to take it, what, 5 times you said?
Yes, probably more than that.
Maybe, okay. We'll cut it off at 5.
Cut it off at 5.
But it doesn't matter if it's 2 times or 20 times. You did not give up. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that's what I see so many young people like around your age and maybe a little bit younger. They just tend to give up.
Yes.
And expect somebody else to do it for them.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we did not prompt this. I did not tell her I was going to ask these questions. It's just it speaks to me. I ask a question on it. But how would you feel, honestly, after this side of it? Okay, you had to go down at least 5 times and take that certain test. You finally passed it. You worked hard in high school. You worked hard in community college. I know you worked hard at ORU.
Yes.
For those, was it 4 years?
4 years.
4 years. Okay, so 4 years, really hard. Mm-hmm. And now you're a nurse and doing a great job. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how would you feel, say, this side of it, if instead of all that hard work and now it's paying off, you just sat back and say, I don't know, collected a check or flipped burgers for a certain, like a quote unquote living wage because how would you feel, after all the work that you've done in it? Would you want to go back and just say flip burgers for $15 an hour?
Absolutely not. No.
Why?
I think honestly, realizing, even when I'm at work, realizing how hard it took for me to get to that position, it makes me honestly become a better nurse and take care of my patients and really just be more sharp with my skills, because I understand how hard it was for me to get to where I'm at now. So I really enjoyed, and honestly, like looking back at, like, I got my W-2 form, looking at how much I make as a 26-year-old, as my first job, I was just like blown away at like what God has done for me. Mm-hmm. So I would not be content. And I'm a pretty independent woman, so if I was flipping burgers, it would not keep up with my lifestyle. Like this vacation that we're on, I was able to pay for it myself. I'm going on another one in May, so I wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah, because to me, and this is just me, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but this is for me, it would be demeaning to me. I would feel like less of a man if I, got free everything.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
free health care, and I didn't actually go get it myself. Or if I got a check from the government and I didn't
Yeah.
actually work for it, or even that, like all I had to do is show up to the burger joint and I got an automatic $15 an hour, you know, something of that nature. I wouldn't feel like a man. To me, it would be demeaning. That the only reason I'm able to say eat my potato chips at the end of the night is because somebody else worked for what I have.
Exactly.
And I don't
Yes.
understand how, especially young people, because when I was your age, I was the type of guy that I felt like I could take on the world.
Yeah.
Don't do anything for me. I'll do it for myself. And if you told me not to do something, I would do it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that got me in trouble, but at other times it helped me prove that I could do it.
Exactly.
So, and I'm sure that you had a lot of voices saying,
Yes.
you're working too hard,
Yes.
you're putting too much in, why don't you just slow down?
Yeah.
You don't have to do this.
Yeah. I come from a Mexican background, so there's definitely the older ladies in my family. Not going to name names, but they would make fun of me for just working so hard. And they're like, but you're not married. You don't have a husband. Like, when are you going to settle down? And I'm like, but honestly, it ends up giving you like just a deeper sense of worth, because you realize, wow, like I'm worth this much. I am able to work this hard and make my dreams come true. I'm able to provide for myself, and not in like this weird feminist way, but just like, because God gave us that identity that we're the head and not the tail.
Right.
So I really am starting to see that in my life and unfold. And even as I'm here, I still have to study for this one test, because I have to do it for my new job as a travel agent through the travel agency. But as I was studying for it, as I'm looking at the ocean, I'm like, you know what? But I've done this before. It's just one test. Like, it's going to make me smarter as a nurse. Like, it's okay. I can do this. So yeah,
Well,
it
you're
just
gonna kick
makes
butt.
you more motivated in life.
Yeah. And you're going to make it. You're going to do it because you've proven it already. You don't give up. And it may seem hard. You hit a roadblock.
Yeah.
But you don't give up. You just keep persevering.
Yes.
And you will hit it. You will get it.
Yes, I agree.
So tell us a little bit about this traveling nurse. What does that entail? You said you're going to Boston, Massachusetts first, but then what? Where are your travels going to take you?
That's a good question. I don't know where it would take me next, but basically, you want to gain about a year or 2 years of experience as a nurse, and I will just be going from emergency room to emergency room. For example, for Boston, Massachusetts, I did have to apply for a Massachusetts nursing license, and I'm working with one specific agency. You can work with multiple, but whoever can get you the best deal is who you want to stick with. So I finally picked one. They got me into Boston, Massachusetts, and I just apply for my license and do some training videos, and then I just hit the ground running. I already have my experience. They'll probably train me for a day, a shift, and then I'll be on my own and just doing what I do, but in another state. And then once that contract is over, I will go on to my next one, start applying. And basically, the way you make more money is they give you money weekly for your housing, for food. And then obviously the goal is not to use all of that money for those things. You want to save some of it so you can pocket money and end up taking more than if you were to just stay at a hospital.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, Eliza did put in a lot of work.
Yes.
Several years. But now it's paying off, and it was well worth it. I'm assuming it's worth it.
Yes, it is.
So
I'm on a cruise right now.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's awesome.
So when you look back, and I'm sure you're probably happy that at least that part of your life is over.
Yes.
You still have a little here, a little there,
Yeah.
but you're always improving yourself.
Yes.
But
I'm doing my master's right now.
Oh, are you?
Yes. In holistic
Congratulations.
nutrition. So I'm going to implement holistic, homeopathic medicine, how food is your medicine, into my nursing career. So we'll see how that works out.
I did catch wind of that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're talking about that, because it even shows that once you hit a huge milestone and you started working, you didn't stop.
Yeah.
It sort of started something in you, and you probably won't stop. You'll probably take some breaks along the way, but you're going to
Yes.
continue growing and moving and
Absolutely.
doing things. So,
Yeah.
see, ladies and gentlemen, I am surrounded. This is just the truth. A long time ago, I didn't want to go into ministry, at least that type of ministry. And I bargained with God. Okay, God promised me, if I would just stop being a jerk and listen to him, that's just the way he talks to me sometimes, that he would send me the best. And ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to one of the best. And it's going to be, on one hand, it's going to be very sad to see her go. But at the same time, it's like I'll be like a proud papa just seeing her go. Like she's going to take on the world.
Yes.
And we're going to hear reports of all the phenomenal, fantastic things that she's able to accomplish and do all over this country. And who knows, maybe other parts of the world at some point.
Thinking about it.
Well, there's those opportunities. And that's, you wouldn't have those opportunities being given to you now had you not taken the first step.
Exactly.
Or kept going when it was hard and there was parts of you that wanted to stop.
Yes.
I'm sure that would have been easier in the moment, but where would you be right now?
Exactly. And there was times even throughout my nursing career, I would just cry and I would struggle with my tests. Even though I was a great nurse on the floor, it's just the test part were just horrible for me. And I would say, why did I pick the hardest major here? Why would I do this to myself? But honestly, it was just, now I'm living in the fruit of it, and it's just, I'm so glad I did it. I'm very happy.
Well, I am too. Not necessarily because you're a nurse, because anything you would have chosen, you would have been spectacular in. I'm just happy that you stayed with it, because it proved not only to the whole world around you, but to you. It shows that you are a woman of great value, great intelligence, and she's going to be mad at me again, but she's single, guys. She's single. She's smart. She's attractive. And she's got it all together. So anyways, I'll leave it at that.
Oh my gosh.
But you're making it happen. And it wouldn't matter what field you went into. You would make it happen, because you have that drive. You're not going to stop. Okay, so a test was hard. You're going to be harder than that test.
Yeah.
And you're going to eventually kick its butt and own it.
Yeah.
And I've always been proud of you in that area.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
what advice do you have to the 26, well, let's go maybe 15 to your age, 26, in that branch? They're in from kids in high school to kids in college and just coming out. What do you want to tell them?
Honestly, I would say I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't, honestly, for Robert's wife, Pastor Linda. She's been my mentor since I was in Bible college. And no one ever made me do this. It was just something out of my heart. I was like, I need to just grow, like spiritually, and just get wisdom. So honestly, find some elders in your life, people who have overcome things that you want to overcome, people that you look up to. Sit with them, tell them your dreams, tell them what's going on in your heart, in your mind. Let them speak into your life. And honestly, she helped me see God in so many different ways. And if it wasn't for her, she held my hand throughout all these trials and tribulations. I have another mentor, Pastor Adriana. So just finding people who are going to speak into your life. Like, we don't know it all. We don't. And honestly, just work hard. Anything is literally possible. You just have to believe in yourself. And if you don't, find someone who does and keep working towards it, because if you keep knocking, the door will open. Absolutely.
You just said something again that sparked something. If you don't believe in yourself, find somebody who does.
Yeah.
And most people, I would assume, think they actually believe in themselves.
Yeah.
So could we say, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so following up with that, could we say, find somebody who sees more in you than you see in yourself?
Absolutely.
Because, especially when you're going through it and you're having a bad day, or you failed that test or whatever it is, what do you see? You see, and you're feeling kind of down on yourself and everything, but you need that person that'll just, get up and do it again.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's times where you need, the shoulder to cry on, and there's times where you need that little slap in the back and to tell you to get up and keep going.
Okay, so I'm going to paint you this scenario. And this is something that I see in our present world, and it,
Yeah.
it actually angers me in a lot of ways, but it's also very heartbreaking to me. Okay, and it's usually young people in college. And I'm just going to paint this scenario for you. So this is my words, ladies and gentlemen, not Eliza. I just want her to speak about this or into it in her perspective.
Yeah.
So you got these, 18 to 20, and they usually, I hate to say it like this, I'm just going to paint the picture from what I visually see and mentally see. They got usually like some strange haircut, dyed bright blue or
Yeah.
pink or red or green or yellow or whatever, right? They dress a certain way, not always the most classy.
Right.
And they're very loud and very belligerent, and they think that they're getting shortchanged on everything in the world. So the world owes them everything. They tend to lean towards Marxism, communism, socialism, and all these other isms that are more about bondage than anything else, thinking that's the
Yeah.
only way. And they'll say it. We will never have that house because they're too expensive. So the only way we'll have a house of socialism,
Yeah.
Marxism, whatever. We'll never have the life that our parents had or our grandparents had or what they had 50 years ago. We need all these isms, socialism, communism, whatever, just to be able to make it in this world. But then I see you, and you're making it. You don't have bright blue hair.
No.
And you're certainly, and ladies and gentlemen, I only point this out because of the obvious in this. But you're certainly not like 200, 300 pounds overweight
No.
with bright blue hair. You have, all I can see is 2 earrings, one in each ear, not 50, poking out your nose, your eyebrows, your lips,
No.
your armpit, whatever. And you're making it. So what would you, from your vantage point, you're making it in the world. You're about to go off on and even do something even greater than what you've already accomplished.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to that group that has bought into the communist, Marxist, socialist lie and deception? They've been lied to, they've been deceived, and they're buying into it. What do you want to tell them?
I'll just say that don't believe the lie. It's only going to hold you back. And what better way, honestly, to just live your life knowing that you worked for something and that you're able to just fulfill your dreams. I don't see that being a fulfillment in my life. I had hardworking parents that you work hard and like they were young parents as well. So my dad could have easily fell into the system, but they worked nights. My mom had me young, and they really did show me the example of working hard, and you're going to get what you get. So I would just tell them not to believe that lie. If you, for example, for me, I could have easily stayed at my job. I'm a year in, I'm comfortable. I'm already training new nurses, even right after I got off of my training. But honestly, I said, you know what? I know that I can make more money, so why not? Even though I'm going to leave the comfort of my home, of my family, of my job, I know that I can make more for myself so that I can invest in houses and all these dreams that I have. So you just got to be willing to make this short-term sacrifice and know that there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Very
So
good.
Don't believe that lie.
So a little while ago, you basically said, in essence, again, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so please correct me if you meant something else.
Okay.
But the way I at least say it and see it is you become who you hang out with.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
and you talked about having a
Yeah.
mentor. My wife is one of your
Oh, yeah.
mentors. Pastor Adriana is one of your mentors. And so you started to take upon the good qualities that both of them had,
Yeah,
as well as the good qualities that your mom and dad instilled in you.
yeah.
So again, I see these, and they're groups, you know, and they, it's strange because on one hand, they like to talk about how they're so unique and so different and they're right, but then they all look the same.
Yeah.
So they're not so unique, and they're all going down the same path. And honestly, I hate to say it like this, but the truth be told, it's a path of failure.
Yeah.
Because they're wanting all the stuff that you are working for, that your parents worked for,
Yes.
and previous generations worked for. They want it for free.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, so you go out, let's say you buy a big flat screen TV, and they get a flat screen TV because somebody else paid for it.
Yeah.
Government, mom, dad, whoever. What right do they have to feel good about them achieving a flat screen TV? or a car or a home if they didn't work for it.
Exactly.
Everything you get, you're going to feel good about because you worked for it.
Yes.
And not just in the moment, but you put the years in schooling, the years on the job, the years traveling. And so when you can afford your first house and you get your first house, it's going to be sweet.
Yeah.
When you can turn that into an investment and you have 2 houses or 3 houses or 10 houses, you're going to look at every one of your portfolio and realize I worked for this.
Right.
Nobody gave it to me for free. That's my blood, sweat, and tears in there.
Exactly.
And what do they have in the game? Hair dye? And I'm not trying to be facetious. I can't even say the word. So much sarcastic, but just tell the truth. You know, it's young people. Listen to Eliza. You don't listen to me. That's okay. Listen to Eliza. She's 26-year-old. She's making it happen. She's worked hard, and her life is coming together so profoundly. It's amazing to watch. She has normal, what would you say? It's brunette,
Just,
but
brown.
brown hair. You know, 2 earrings, one in each ear. She was at the gym earlier, kicking butt, making things happen. She's on a cruise with us, having a good time. She's a good dancer. She does all kinds of good things.
Yes.
She's made it in life.
Doesn't drink, no smoking.
Oh, that's right. We didn't even talk about that. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs. Doesn't run around all crazy.
No
You got it all.
boyfriends.
You got it all together.
I'm picky.
Yeah, because you're picky, and you. Well, okay. You deserve to be picky. Because you don't want some bum. I'm just gonna be honest. You don't want some bum coming in,
No.
and leeching off of all your hard work.
Heavens, no.
You want somebody that's going to, you know. I know in was it Ice Age? She completes you. You know, that little sloth guy.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Not a bum, not a leech, not somebody who's going to just come in and use you as a sugar mama. No. So you guys, leave Eliza alone. Don't even bother.
Yes.
Now, if you're making it yourself and you've got a good job and you're working hard and you need somebody to complete you, you come and talk to me first. Okay?
Yes.
I'm going to go sift through them.
Yeah.
But she don't need no bums. Like I'm throwing that out there. No bums.
No scrubs.
Well, I see that again a lot of times. One of them, whether it be the guy or the gal, one of them will be the hard work, and then the other one come in and just suck them dry.
Yeah.
And I don't even just mean the money, because money can be replaced.
Yeah.
But the hope and dignity,
hard work.
And you don't need that.
horrible.
You don't need that. You know. So, is there any thoughts that you want to leave with all of your adoring fans right now?
All my adoring fans. Honestly, like, it just doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what you struggle. There's power in Christ. There's power in having godly people speaking to your life. And just let him show you who you truly are. And this is only the beginning. So I'm only 26. I can't wait for the rest. Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you, I'm very, very proud of you in
you.
every way. Even coming on here, doing this podcast and just sharing your story and your wisdom. There's going to be a lot of young people that say, wait a minute. I've been sold a bill of goods.
Yes.
I can make it.
Yeah.
Even if they've never met you, they're going to pick up your story and say, I can make it.
Yes.
I can do it.
I agree.
You know, and so you're a voice of reason and common sense, but uncommon common sense, if that makes sense.
Yes.
In this world, nothing makes
Against the
sense
grain,
anymore.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Eliza.
Yeah.
And you just keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
it's like, I don't know. I'm going to have to just tell your dad he's out of the picture and adopt you as my own, because I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You're doing great
use
things.
More fathers. That's fine.
Oh, you got me.
More inheritance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, God promised me the best. One of the very best is sitting right here. And when I say that, I'm not just trying to build her up or sound cool for this podcast. I'm telling you, she is absolutely the best. She's making it happen. When she hits my age, at the tender age of blah, 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 she's going to have probably 100 times more than I ever could dream of. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So 2 thumbs to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. You're awesome.
No, you're awesome.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to get back to our cruise, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. Thank you again for joining us at Table Flippers. Please check out our merchandise. We have hats, hoodies, water bottles, all kinds of cool things. You can find all of our merchandise at tableflippers.com. That's tableflippers.com. And please write me. Please let me know how I'm doing. Write me at gwccrobert, that's one word, gwccrobert@gmail.com. Give me the good letters, give me the bad letters, tell me the great things I'm doing, tell me the bad things I'm doing. I want to hear it all. Have a great day.
Table Flippers is flipping awesome.